And that's gonna be the bomb going down, and a 3v5 retake required by NaVi. Zetko, will he check though? For the aggressive player, no, he won't. There's 1 kill in return. A 2v4 now. Monesi and Capacho. Monesi makes it towards side. Now in 1v4, gets himself the first, not the second though, as Oscar will shut him down. Oscar, he's been on fire today. He's currently sitting on 19-8. And Sinners, what they want to do right now, because they know that this is gonna be the force from NaVi, they just want to hold. They just want to hold. They want to just see if NaVi are gonna go for some aggression. Don't do anything too reckless. And in the end, when they bait out the utility that NaVi have, just group up and play on execute. And look at that, they're just holding every single position from far away. They don't want to give the close range fights to the pistols. They want to clear every single position towards Banana with grenades. And on the other side, what do you do if you're NaVi? I think at this point, you either just push somewhere or go and stack towards B. And they have one aggressive player. They have one player in Boiler, but is that enough? So there's only 3 smokes left for NaVi. Make that 2. There's again the utility bait. Sinners, they're doing such a great job in just baiting the utility. Now they know that there's a single smoke towards that B side. And if you're Sinners right now, you just need to group up and play the execute. You know that they don't have a single smoke on B, but in the meantime, a lot of teams, when they force in the second round, go and stack B. So Sinners, they're gonna make their way towards A, but there's a triple man metal stack there. This could get messy. 25 seconds on the clock. They baited all the utility that they could have, and now they need to start storming in towards that A side. They need the frags to come their way. They spot the player in pit. There's the molly. Now they start jumping onto side. Monesi though, he's still alive. He'll get the second bit as well with 1, but the refrags are there. Again, from the man himself, Oscar. He'll get the bomb down, but this is a 2v2. Let's not ride out Capacho and top out of this one. There's the flash. But Neo, he will find the first. Capacho with the immediate refrag with the Deagle. Will he find the second? The answer is no. Oscar, he's not missing anytime soon. That was, as my dear colleague Kramer likes to say, it was messy, but in the end, it works. Sinners with their round number 12 on the board, and NaVi, they're gonna force up on the back of it. Once again, they managed to kill 4 players from Sinners. So why not just go for it yet again? This time they have a substantial amount of utility. Actually, they have more than they had last round. Last round they managed to save it pretty well, even though Sinners were trying so hard to bait it out. And Sinners, they might not be ready for the second force. They're gonna go straight towards that B execute. And the nades here. There's the molly. Oh. Actually, that molly was a bit... Okay, it wasn't missed. They didn't miss it. There's the flash now. 3 players from NaVi towards that B side. The top, but he needs to go huge here. And he does go for the first, not the second though. And now it's a 4v3. Make that a 4v2 as Oscar takes down the head of Gospodarov. Oscar, he's a beast. He's 23-8. No one can take this man down. And Bit and Monesi, they're gonna just try and save what they have left. Sinners, they've been playing just CS out of the books so far. That's perfect. When they knew for a fact that that was a force, they just tried baiting out utility, just grouped up, played the execute. It got messy, but they won it. Now, when they know that once again, in the worst case scenario, it's a force with pistols and util, they just go for the full B execute. They use every single grenade that they have. and clear the entire B side up. And now NaVi don't have money yet again. They need to force up. I mean, if you're NaVi, don't you just force up till the end of the game, or you give them 14 and just try to go for the insane comeback. I think that's what they will do. A lot of utility when in the MP9 of Monacy and in the Digo a bit. I would say that in a round like that, they need to go for the aggressive play, try to get early advantage, but having so much utility might just result in them trying to be defensive. But actually they are going for the triple man, ups, stack, shock. He will find Gospodarov through the wall from bridge. That's a nice beginning of the round. Capacho will give one in return. And he will continue his aggression. There's the fallen flash from CT. Capacho, he will get a second one for his troubles, and now it's only Topa towards that B side, and Sinners, they're not wasting any time now. They know that there's a maximum of one player here. They're just gonna go clear the entire B side using every single grenade that they can. There's the flashes. Now they hear it. They know where he is. They will kill the rotation. They will kill the last player on side, and that's gonna be 40 on the board for Sinners as Zetko will finish things off on Monacy. Just the counter-strike that we are seeing from Sinners is really good. It shows that they've put some effort in the game and some time to prepare themselves. They're playing really well on the T side, as well as they were on the CT side. And now, of course, if you are Sinners, it's just time to fall back a bit, be a bit more defensive. Just try to bait out utility. We can see that they're much more keen on getting middle control than they are on getting banana. In fact, they decided to completely leave banana. They know that now you have a lot of nades on their disposal, so they might as well just go towards middle, avoid that nade damage. But Gospodarov, he will find himself the first onto Shocking Apartments. And now Sinners, they slow down 1 minute on the clock. We have the AWP, of course, in Gospodarov. And the stack towards that A side as NaVi have already cleared banana. There's gonna be the smokes, there's gonna be the flashes, and the jump out from Abs, but Gospodarov with his AWP will find himself the third in the round. Oscar, though, he's still in the round. Let's not write him off. He's been a beast this entire series, and Zetko, he will take down Gospodarov. Bomb will go down here, as there is still one player on site. I don't think they know. And Topa, he will find himself the first. Oscar finds the kill. Take cover, Oscar tags him, doesn't frag him. Now a 1v1 bomb is planted on default, so Oscar, he could try and play the timer. 11 HP onto Topa and Oscar. He's not buying this. He's been playing the game for so long. He knows that Topa won't stick it, and now he might start to make his move. Oscar with the AWP, he won't miss, and that's gonna be the 1v2 clutch. Can someone stop this guy? He's just being such a beast in this entire series so far. Oscar, he's currently on 25 and 9. He's just smurfing at this point. And if you're a NaVi, what can you do? Like, even when you play the round perfectly, even when you allow the T's to plant the bomb, just not to know that there's a guy on side, even when you have the advantage, you just have Oscar on the other side. Whatever you do, you just have Oscar on the other side, shooting heads, just killing right, left, and center. And look at that, yet again, Oscar equaling things up in round number 21, which could be potentially the last round of the map. 3 versus 3, and Sinners, now they can just slow down. They know that there's not a lot of nades on the side of NaVi. They can just try and bait out some utility, and they will probably just group up now, and I would imagine that they would go and play for that B side. In a 3v3 situation, I think that That's the best thing that they could do. Just go towards B, have that one smoke for CT. There it is from Oscar, but that's just a fake. They will actually play for A, but oh, it has triggered Gospodarov to think to rotate, and he will try to go for the rotation. Oscar still going towards B with the bomb. He will just set up the fake, and that's the rotation going towards CT. Shock will catch bit. And look at that, Gospodarov. I don't think he'll be anticipating the position from Zetko, and that should be everything. Sinners just playing out of their mind right now, just being completely in the heads of NaVi Jr. and Monesi. He has to go for the 1 versus 3 clutch. He's had a quiet game so far, but so has the entire team of NaVi. And Oscar, he will finish things off. Final nail in the coffin of NaVi Jr. 27-9 for Oscar, ladies and gentlemen. As of course, this is going to be the last round of the first map. We still have one to go. Let me remind you, this was the map pick of Sinners, so it's no surprise that they were better prepared on it. Now we're going to the home turf of NaVi Jr. being Vertigo. I'll be heading on a quick break, ladies and gents, and I'll be right back to you when both teams are ready to continue and start the show on Vertigo.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm drawn to this room, addicted to you, 'cause I've known this side. I'm hooked on
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shadow League. Of course, our only game of today being Sinners versus NaVi Jr. And what hell of a game it has been so far. Sinners just showing us apparently how to play Counter-Strike on Inferno. Of course, I'm your caster, Ted, and we are ready, and we should be ready for map number 2 from what I know. We're waiting for the clean feed. Yes, we are ready, and by the looks of it, teams have already begun with the... Okay, this is still warm-up. Okay, this is still warm-up. I got scared for a bit there. Still in the warm-up, teams should be ready to begin with the knife any moment now. On Vertigo, of course, being the map pick of NaVi Jr. as they're looking forward to making their way back into the series after losing in a pretty convincing fashion on Inferno. 16-5 was the score there for those of you that don't know. Of course, for the ones in the chat that are watching the Shadow League for the first time, here the system is Swiss, which means that you either need to win 3 or lose 3. If you win 3, you proceed to the playoffs. If you lose 3, of course, you're out of the tournament. This is round 1. This is the final game of round 1, which means that every single other match has already been played, and these are the final 2 teams. As from what I know, we're gonna continue not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow with round number 2. King, bro, I see ya, I see ya. The command is like that. It's with an S. Here it is. But we have already started on Vertigo. NaVi Jr. on the city side, Sinners as the aggressors. Of course, we can see a decent amount of utility purchased on the side of NaVi, as this is one of their strongest maps. They're gonna be looking forward to a strong start. They need that pistol round just for the confidence boost, just to try and go for that snowball, because if they can snowball themselves through this map, I think they might have a decent shot at winning the third. But of course, we don't know how well prepared Sinners are after Inferno. I don't think Sinners will be willing to give even a single map to the young Ukrainians and Russians. A slower pistol round from both teams, and Sinners, they're gonna group up towards that B side, rather towards that A side now. They just wanted to wait and see if NaVi will go for some kind of an aggression play. And now they're gonna go for the contact play towards A. This might be perfect. We can see the B stack coming in from NaVi, and Topa, he's all alone. Look at that. I love that from Sinners. It's so brave to just go with such a quiet play. Look at the mollies. They're gonna just force Topa out of the side. They're gonna have a free bomb plant. And look at that. They're continuing to push. They're pushing all the way towards CT, getting all the control that they can while the rotations are coming. They even have a player in heaven. He will get the first on to Monesi Capacho. He decides not to go through the gap in the smoke. There's HE in the legs of Oscar, but look at the kills there. Only coming in for the side of Sinners. Gospodarov, he will answer back with one on his own, but it's too late. His team is already out of the round, and now he's just looking forward to saving his USP and defuse kit. He'll try to go for some exit kills, and he'll actually just go for it. He has no time though. Wanted to do as much damage as possible. In the end, he'll just save his defuse kit onto the next round, and Sinners, they're on to a flawless start on Vertigo. As you know, Vertigo is I would say this is a T-sided map. Like nowadays it's really hard to say if a map is CT or T-sided, as metas have changed a lot, considering that you just every now and then you see teams just winning their T-sides and being like having one-sided T sites on maps like Nuke, on Train, that means that the game is just changed. The game has just changed and everything is more equal here. But I would say that personally is still a three-sided map. So Sinners, they need to win as much as possible. And look at that Capacho going for the knife. I didn't think that it was possible for NaVi to make so much damage with pistols. Well, unfortunately for Sinners, that's gonna be 3 players falling to only USPs, and one of them even getting knifed. That's gonna be 2-0 in favor of Sinners, but unfortunately for them, NaVi, on top of that knife kill, will have the AWP in Gospodarov. And now the game starts. And now we're gonna see how well prepared NaVi are on the CT side. Yo, look at that. I love that aggression play towards Gap from Topa. He will get taken down by Bistic. The thing is, you go for the aggression play, you get the kill, but in the end of the day, refrags only favor the Ts. And that's why Bit is re-aggressing towards Gap yet again. He gets the second one. And now they can fall back. They have the man advantage. There's the flash. NaVi, a strong start with the buy rounds. Still the Oscar has been dropped, but Neo, Shock, and Beastic are in. There's gonna be the kill from Beastic. What the hell was that spray transfer? How did he get the second one? That's gonna be bomb going down. There's the flash through the smoke, the push, and Shock. He's ready to cover his teammate. Now Gospodarov, he's left in a 1 versus 3. What the hell was that spray transfer from Beastic? Wow. I have no idea how he got that. I would love to have a replay of that one. And Gospodarov nothing to do despite of saving his AWP. And we're gonna be going into round number 4 with NaVi being completely reset. No money on the side of the CTs as Sinners. They're sending one player to hunt, and that's Neo. He might catch Gospodarov off guard. Indeed, he won't. And now the Russian, he should be looking forward to just going for an aggression play right now. I think he should just try and go get 1 kill, then fall back and let the Deagles do their job. Of course, they will be purchasing smokes as well. NaVi, they will try to slow things down after Gospodarov goes for the aggression play. And Sinners, they are well aware of the financial state of their opponent, so they're gonna go for the slow play, but look at that from Capacho. Set cool refrag, but look at Bit. NaVi, their Deagles are feeling sharp on Vertigo. Three versus 4 now. This might as well get out of control for Sinners. Neo, he's heavily tagged, and still the AWP is in. Topa just jump spotting towards ramp. That will give him so much information. And it will give time for the rotation. Now he'll call for it. Still 1 minute on the clock as they start making their way up ramp towards sandbags. Any moment now there should be a rotation called from NaVi. They're still considering a fake. Now the rotation has come. There's the double HE. Topa is down. That was brilliant from Sinners. But still Gospodarov with the AWP. He's up close. And they left him all alone. He needs to go huge here. He needs at least first. Gospodarov misses. He needs to make his way out of here. Will go for the spam. Doesn't get the connection. And that's the ball going down. Gospodarov with the kill. And now it's 2v3 from Shock and Beastic. Oh, nice thing there. On to Shock, but Beastic, he will find the first. Now a 2v2. No kit, no grenades. Oh, actually, they have a smoke for the bomb, but they fail it. They're deploying a smoke that only protects them from sandbags, and that's gonna be the safe. NaVi, they're not going for it. And Sinners, this was messy for a second, but in the end, they managed to win it. So it's all fine for the T side. 4-0. And now is the time for NaVi to start winning rounds. Now this buy round is gonna be perfect for them. They have the AK, they have the hope, which means they will have that extra bit of util. They will have full utility, they will have full weaponry, they will have defuse kits. This is just NaVi's round to win. They need to do it. Game sounds a little bit too loud. I can lower it a bit. Wait. We'll see how it is like that. Wait, I lowered it a bit more. Second buy round for the game so far. As Sinners, they're looking forward to taking middle control. One is long middle. Deploys a molly to win himself some time. There's the boost and shock. He will get the headshot onto Monacy. That's a brilliant way to start. And Oscar, he's been quiet for the first 4 rounds, but we saw he's capable of. On Inferno, Zetko will strike towards that B side. Capacho is down and out. 2-man advantage for the T's. And NaVi, they just look overwhelmed here. Bido will find a quick double. That might change the round. But Oscar with the refract, and now Gospodarov and Topa both coming from that A side. And they might consider saving once again, and I think that's what's gonna happen. That's the case. They're going for the save. That's gonna be 5-0 Sinners. And that was pretty decent effort from Bid there, but the rotation was too far away to help him. He was all on his own. And that's gonna be 5 in favor of Sinners. And you know what I like so much about Sinners? They're so good at the opening duels. And they've been so good on Inferno as well. They've transferred that here on Vertigo. They're so crisp in the first 30 seconds of each round. I believe that every single round has started with a Sinner's kill. Of course, saving these guns will allow them to rebuy once again, as of course you saw they saved all their util as well, which is really good for them. They have one more shot of redemption before being completely reset. That's a nice HE. Oh, a ton of damage though, only 3 damage. As Sinners, they're taking a slow approach to this one. They don't want to go for the aggression. They're just gonna wait and let Oscar try and find a peak with the AWP. He needs to be careful here against the first one. The volley. That's perfect so far. There's the flash Topa with a second. Oscar, he will give one back in return. And Topa continues playing the close angle as Monacy will find Shock. Topa will find Oscar. And that's probably gonna be the first round for NaVi here. As Zetko, he's left in a 1 versus 4. What he has to do right now is to just try and play for maximum damage. Even if he dies, they will be able to buy next round. He just needs to try and break the economy of NaVi now. Just make them rebuy as many guns as possible. And he will make his way towards that B side. 2 players from NaVi waiting him there. Misses the first shots. Will find himself one, which is better than nothing. That's 2 guns that NaVi would have to rebuy into this one. And Sinners, they will have 1 more buy round, as Neo could drop an AWP towards Oscar if he wants as well, but they decide to go with the Galil and 4 AKs by here, which suggests that they might go for a fast-paced round. Let's see. will they decide to do? And fast pace is indeed what they're doing here. Just going for the ramp control early on. They don't want to give it away. Oh, that was a nice shot from Gospodarov. Gets only the leg. Doesn't cost him in the end, so it's alright. And now, once they've established the ramp control, they can just slow down and wait. They dragged all the rotations here. Pacho, he's been watching behind, but Chuck, he's ready for it. That's so smart from Sinners. And now Gospodarov, he needs to be impactful with this AWP. 4 players running towards his direction. Misses the first shot. He won't be given a second chance to miss. He won't be even given a second chance to shoot, as Oscar will take him down, but Bit and Monacy with 2 on their own. And now it's a 3 versus 2. Bit is ready for that from Zetko. 3 versus 2. It's and Neo, as Beastic is left in a 1 versus 2 clutch. One of the members of NaVi is heavily tagged. And Beastic, he's got the right idea. This is a really nice angle. But he might get double kill here. Gets the first. Is he ready for the second? Yes, he is ready. Delivers the second headshot, and that's gonna be 6-1 in favor of Sinners. As NaVi, they should be kicking themselves right now. That was so well played by Sinners. They made so much noise, used so many grenades towards that A side. They dragged the entire rotation. They knew that one player was gonna be watching their back. Cleared them out, and from there on it was just... NaVi were just out of the round. Oh, Shocky needs to be careful. I think he spotted the player there. He has the help from his teammate from ladder, but Monacy and Topa will just shut down Sinners once again. And now 2 versus 4. That was a much needed round from NaVi, as they're looking forward to build up a sustainable bank for the first time here. Now Sinners, again, maximum damage is the goal in front of them. If they don't get pulled down, even if they don't win the round, they need to try and get rid of as many players as possible. And Topa, he will strike Neo. Now it's only Zetko. Once again in a 1 versus 4. What can he possibly do? He's going towards that B side where Capacho is just spotting for him. Once Capacho sees him, he's just gonna fall back and try to wall that. No, he's going for the fight. There's the flash from Monacy and an easy kill for NaVi Junior as they take round number 2 on the board for them. On the other side, we're gonna see a forced buy from Sinners as they don't have a lot of money. We can see, I think 2 or 3 players were sitting on 1400. Oscar, of course, saving some cash till the last second. Now buying his CZ, all pistols and armor for the piece. This is NaVi's way back into this. If NaVi wins this one, which they should be winning every day of the week, they'll have a Nico next round in front of them. And there's the push with the pistols. Topo, he will get one. There's the instant refract. And now Gospodarov, he needs to hit the shot with the AWP. There's the flash. There's the mollies even. And bomb should go down for NaVi. This is already so dangerous. Look at the damage that they're doing to this host. There's the kill from Neo. Man advantage for the T's now. NaVi though, they have still 1 smoke, 1 molly, and 3 flashes on their team. There's gonna be the first bit. There's gonna be the follow-up. Brilliant start to that retake. The smoke towards round. Now with 2 versus 2, AK is still in the hands of Neo. There's the kill from Capacho. Now Neo, he'll go for the fight. Bit with the 3rd one for himself in this round is gonna make the retake happen. 3rd round on the board for NaVi Junior, as Sinners didn't have any grenades whatsoever to slow down the retake anymore. Didn't have the weaponry needed. And now they will be on Echo territory. NaVi, this is a perfect opportunity for them to just try and build up economy. They need to keep all 5 players alive, or at least 4 players alive in this round. These are the rounds where you kind of win yourself the half. Of course, if you manage to win the buy rounds as well. So when you're on the side, it doesn't only matter to win rounds, it matters with how many players alive you win the rounds. Because at one point you might be just winning rounds, just press tab, look at your economy, and you were like, whoa, we just won like 4 or 5 rounds in a row and the T's have a better buy than us. How is that even possible? So far though, NaVi doing a pretty good job and a pretty good use out of these anti-eco rounds. We can see the money slowly starting to build up for them. And Sinners, they'll have one more buy round coming in. Utility all over the place, 5 AKs, and let's see, are they gonna go for the fast-paced ramp control once again? There's the push towards middle. He needs to be careful. Modesty, he will take his head off. I love that from NaVi. They've been doing that for so many times now. Just pushing middle in the beginning every single time, trying to get that initial peak, and after that just falling back late the time. That's pretty much the same that Sinners have been doing on Inferno on their city side with Oscar, just being aggressive in the first 10 seconds of each round. And so far, it's been working perfectly for NaVi. Sinners now, their only option here is to group up and try to refrag. They're gonna make their way up ramp where Bit is hiding behind sandbags, and they don't have a molly, I think, to clear him out. Will they be ready for his position? There's the smokes, there's the flash. They're ready. Ill with the instant refrag though. Looks like they were ready for it. Bomb will go down and the retake is on 4 versus 3. Drop Zetko and now a 2v4. Oscar hiding behind sandbags. He's gonna be playing for the round. And Gospodarov, he has an idea of where Oscar is. Molly him out. Oscar playing the peak and finds himself a kill thanks to that. That was so smart from him. And now it's Neo. He can get the spam, gets the first. Will he get the spray transfer? Yes, he will. And now he can just play the timer. He's just hiding. He needs to stick it. Neo. Oh, he thinks that he's not defusing. And will he get it? Yes, he will. Capacho clutching the round in the end for his team. That was such a nice effort there by the T's and Oscar. That was a 300 IQ play back there from Oscar. That was so smart. He just took the maximum amount of damage that he could have without dying, so that they think that it's clear, and in the same exact moment when Gospodarov removes his crosshair from sandbags, Oscar just peeks and takes his head off. Sinners on the back of killing 4 players on the back of the bomb plant. They're gonna buy once again, but Modesty, he's been looking extremely sharp on Vertigo so far. Beastic will refrag. Beastic with a second, and the B side is completely open for business. Another retake is on for NaVi. This time it's gonna be a pretty difficult one, considering the position of Beastic. He just needs one player to be watching his back right now. And NaVi, they're taking their time. They want to check middle. They want to be sure that there's no flank coming in. And now the retake is on Beastic. They will molly him off. Gospodarov will strike him down. And now it's 2 versus 3. That was really well played. Look at the utility usage from NaVi. He's full flashed. He won't be given away the round. And Neo, he's still in it. He couldn't clutch the last round. Can he clutch this one? He will get rid of the diffuser. Neo with the 1 versus 3. Are you crazy? Bomb will detonate and kill him, but in the end he manages to win the round. And that's perfect for Sinners. Look at the money on the side of NaVi. Yes, they can rebuy one more time, but do they want to do so? I think they should go for the half buy here. 3 of their players have no money, and you can ask yourself why. Well, because last round as well, Sinners managed to kill 4 players, even though they didn't win it. They kill 4. Now they kill all 5, and look at that NaVi. They need to go for the half buy. Sinners with a pretty good chance of winning the first half here and now. Vertigo, first kill, in the way of Neo, second as well. We can anticipate a second player towards Gap though. I don't think he will. They have no idea that Gospodarov is there. Or do they? I think Oscar is one step ahead of everybody in this server right now. And now Busy. 1 versus 2 there. But they have bomb. That's so dangerous. Shock, he will get rid of Topa. A 1 versus 3 and Capacho, he will get himself the first here. Takes himself a Galil, but Oscar will strike him down. That's gonna be 8 on the board for Sinners, as they lose so many members to the Eco now. And NaVi, they've done the exact same thing to Sinners that the T's done 2 rounds ago. They removed 3 players from the server when they were on an Eco, and look at that. Now Sinners, they need to have a Galil in their team, and they're playing for a reset. Again, Sinners trying to get fast ramp control, and Gospodarov, he's not gonna be given any way out of this. Topado will give 1 in return. New is down. Oh, and Zetko, he might have the upper hand here. He might have it, but he doesn't. Capacho will win the duo, but same goes for Oscar on the other side of the map. Now look at it, he's so close towards that A side. Oscar as well, they still don't have the bomb on their disposal. There's the kill though from Beastic. Bit is down, and now man advantage. Molly deployed, and that might be... No, it won't be the safe call. It's too early for that. Still, if you're NaVi, Monacy, still in heaven, still having vision on the side. And again, they don't have the bomb, so that will slow them down a bit. But that might just drag the rotation. Oh no, that's so unfortunate for NaVi. Just Sinners having the bomb dropped so far away made NaVi rotate. And look at that. They just went all the way towards that B side. And bomb will go down towards A now. NaVi know they've bamboozled themselves here. Beastic will take the head of Capacho, and now it's only Monacy in a 1 versus 3. What can he do in this situation? Spots the first player, knows where the second is, finds the third. Now he knows where both of them are. Monacy gets the second, knows where the third is. He knows that he was originally behind sandbags, but Beastic, he's not gonna give him any chance. That was a really nice effort there by Monacy. But look at that, 9 rounds on the board for Sinners and no money on the side of NaVi. As Sinners, they've been so good in these slow-paced rounds. Once again, Sinners, they're aggressive only in the first 5 to 10 seconds when they're playing against the buy round. Only aggressive in the first 5 to 10 seconds. After they get the kill or just get that map control that they want, they just fall back, wait, and try and put mistakes and information place of NaVi. And the Ukrainians, this is their map pick. They need to make a change. Of course, I would imagine that NaVi's T side on Vertigo will be better than their CT side, so 10-5 or potentially 6-9 isn't necessarily a bad half for them. Especially if they get the pistol round in the second one. Neodo will find Topa through the smoke. towards B. Gospodarov, he will try to go for the information play, and now after killing him, Sinners, they will just storm in towards that A side and Bit. He's still here. His Deagle finds the first headshot. That's a nice way to start things off. Bit, how much more can he find here? They know where he is. Smokes will be removed. Bit, what the hell was that? 2 bullets, 2 headshots. Zetko with the refrag, but Bit, he's done so much here. Bistic with the kill onto Capacho. And now it's Monesi in a 1 versus 2. Gets himself the first. Will he find the second? The answer is no, but what the hell was that play from Bit? What the hell was that? Oh my goodness. Someone needs to clip this thing for him. That was amazing from Bit. And not only the shots, but the fact that he was all alone against 5 players around him towards that A side. Grenades just flying all over the place. Bit manages to get the first. Manages to just stay behind the smokes, win some time for the rotation. When the smokes go out, Sinners are like, alright, let's get rid of this guy. He just gives 2 bullets, 2 headshots with the Deagle. That's insane. That's insane from him. Unfortunately, NaVi in the end lose the round. But that was quite the effort from Bit right there. And now NaVi, as the aggressors on the T side, they're gonna go for the fast-paced A round. Or at least fast-paced ramp control. They decided to slow down. And now they're gonna go. The second wave coming in. Bit will get the first. Capacho as well. With 1 on his own, but Oscar, he's still alive. Towards Cap Oscar with the second. He won't find the third though. Gospodarov with the refract. And now a 2 versus 3 Shock and Zetko. They should have a kill somewhere. Two versus 3 retake. There's the flash. There's the peak. Shock dodges it. And now NaVi, they just need to fall back and just play the timer. No kit available. The CPs. Bit will take the head off Zetko. And now it's only Shock in a 1 versus 3. Gets the first. Gets himself the second. Okay, there's a kid in front of him. He might pick it up. Oh, he has a smoke as well. He can try and stick it. And he will. He sticks the defuse. Monesi, will he find him? He forgets where the bomb is. Goes for the knife. Monesi will save the day. That's gonna be 6 rounds for NaVi Jr. It gets messy, but it works in the end. And that's gonna be the first round of the second half, going the way of the Ukrainians. Of course, Sinners gonna go for the force buy, considering they killed 4 players from NaVi in the Pisto. We'll see 3 Desert Deagles, 1 CZ and 1 MP9 in the hands of Shock. A slower round coming in from NaVi as they're making their way out middle where Shock is with his MP9. Spots 2 players, deploys his smoke, and he'll just fall back, trying to win some time. Topa, he's aware that there could be aggression coming in from the CTs. And Sinners, they made some noise towards ramp, and now they're just falling back and they're gonna go and stack towards B. That's so smart from them, but look at NaVi. Will they realize and go back towards ramp? I think they will. I think NaVi know. And now the round play is on. Oscar spots the first, still has a flash. All 5 players were there from NaVi, and now they will storm in on the side. There's the smokes, there's the nades. Sinners, they have had time to rotate. There's 2 players towards gap. Bistic will find the first. Neo with 2 on his own. Shock as well with the MP9 and the backstab. Finds himself a second. And that's going to be a disaster for NaVi. Sinners with the force buy win on the city side. And NaVi, they need to force back now. They didn't even get the bomb down. So that means that they will have only Tigos. I think it's time for a timeout from Sinners. And this is a perfect one. Sinners, they know that NaVi are going to be in for a reset here. They want to just focus, concentrate. After winning such a round that you're not supposed to be winning, you need to just calm down a bit, decide what you're gonna do, try and think of what NaVi are gonna do, because you know they will have to force. They have 1400, they have 1500. Even if they decide to eco here, they won't have money the next one. And it's kind of a rule: when you lose the force, you need to force back. And back and forth forcing until one team wins 2 rounds in a row. Now Sinners, they need to take a deep breath and win this round. If they win it, they might close Vertigo in a pretty convincing fashion here. And I love that from Sinners. Look at that. They're just not giving anything so far. They're so aggressive. I'm surprised that they're going for so much aggression. And goes with RPO, find Oscar, Shock. His own Setco, he will fall to the pistols, getting one before that, and now it's a 3 versus 3. That is so dangerous for Sinners right now. Bomb getting tossed towards side. It will go down. Sinners, they have a lot of grenades. They saved all their utility for this retake. You will get the first, Shock with the second, Shock with the third, and that's gonna be 12 rounds for Sinners. Maybe they just tried to save up utility for a potential retake here. The bait towards B almost worked there, but NaVi, they were ready for it. In the end, of course, Sinners managed to win it almost effortlessly. So that's gonna be 12-6 and half buy for the NaVi side as they managed to get that bomb down. Six, 12, NaVi on the half bike going fast towards middle. There's a molly though, a lot of damage done by grenades so far. I would love it if we were in go team and we could have just take a look at the utility damage so far. That's something that we had to check on Inferno as well. It's quite unfortunate that we don't have access to this kind of info from Clean Feed. I would love to see that. And now NaVi pass towards ramp, and Neo, he doesn't want to lose his life here. There's only pistols on the other side. If Sinners lose this round, they might just give NaVi the chance to get back into the game, and they don't want that. Sinners, they've been absolutely amazing this entire series. Look at that, just clearing up the entire here. No casualties whatsoever until of course Capacho takes down Mystic. He shouldn't be giving anything more. He takes down a second one. Capacho, they shouldn't underestimate the situation. Towards gap, spots the player. 15 seconds on the clock at this point. He's just playing for maximum damage. Needs to harm the economy, and harm he will. What a follow-up from Capacho. 4 frags in the 1 versus 5, and that was huge from him. Even though they lose the round, look at what that has done to the economy of Sinners. And now this is the way back for NaVi into the round. This play from Capacho is their way back into the series. They need to win this round. If they win this, it's gonna be so easy to reset the economy of Sinners. Look at that. Losing 4 guns to an eco, that's so bad if you're secure Sinners. Maybe this is the first like big mistake that they've made so far, and it might cost them. But we'll find Zetko. At this point, even if NaVi lose the round, if they get the bomb plant, they have the max loss bonus. If they kill 2 or 3 players, they're gonna be alright. They're gonna be having a better fight. But look at that shock. He's still on side. Gets the first, gets the second. And that's the complete denial of the B bomb side for NaVi. And now it's only left to Gospodarov and m0NESY to try and save the day. They at least need the bomb plant. Yes, they have the max loss bonus, but they won't have money to proper buy next round. Gospodarov will take the head off shock and now has left himself into a 1 versus 3. 50 seconds to work with, 50 HP as well. He has the bomb in himself, making his way towards middle, where I believe Oscar is holding with his AWP. Oscar, do he hit the shot? Yes, he will. He was a bit quiet in the first half, but of course, when you have Beastic being on 22 bomb, you have Neo and Shock both on 17. You don't need to be the star. Your entire team is out-fragging the opponents, and now NaVi 6 to 14 on their own map pick, and they need to just go for the half-buy. That must be so devastating. You know that your enemies are gonna hit 15 on your own map pick, and this is for the series. This is not only for one map, this is for the series, and you need to just admit that you're gonna lose this one and go for the half-buy. Of course, they can still make some magic with the pistols. They're gonna go for the boost here. Well, they decide to give up on it. Gospodarov though will take the head of Beastic, and Beastic has been the strongest performer for Sinners so far. Now NaVi, they will group up and go towards that B side. 2 defenders there. They're gonna go for the boost. Oh, and they're gonna boost 2 players there. That might get really tricky. m0NESY, he will find the first. Now 2-man advantage for NaVi. Will they get the round? Shock, he will get the first. He needs a multi-frag. He will get instantly refragged by Capacho, and now a 2 versus 4. NaVi, can they win the eco and just make themselves competitive again in this best of 3? Neo, he will fall, and Oscar, he needs to go for the save. No money on the side of Sinners, and NaVi, they've done it. They won the force buy, and I think that was just the caster's curse, because I said that they need to admit that they're gonna lose it and just try and go for overtime. Well, I take my words back. You know, I really have the feeling that I'm cursed in a way when casting. Every time I'm casting, it's either gonna be an overtime, a giant comeback. There's gonna be probably like 3 or 4 anti-equals lost from one of the teams, and if I say that a team is gonna win a round, they instantly lose it. Yeah, whenever I cast, there will be an eco round win, and not only one, at least 2. Sinners, they're going for the eco. Open hands of Oscar. Last chance for NaVi. They need to win this one effortlessly, and they probably will, as Oscar is the only defender even close to that B bomb site with his AWP, and unless he pulls out something just out of this world, I don't see how Sinners could be competitive in this round. And Topa, he will drop his kick. Topa will drop a second. Gospodarov with a kill. Oscar Okay, Oscar. Just go for the kill through the smoke. Casual stuff. Now he just needs to fall back and try and save his AWP. They will try to hunt him down. I don't think if this is a good idea. Or I don't know rather if this is a good idea though. But they have, yeah, they have enough money. They can go for it. Oscar will give his best, gets the second. Will he get the third? No. Bit with the kill, 8-14. And that will be buy round again for Sinners. Oscar, he will have enough money to rebuy though, but he could have dropped an M4 to someone. To 14 Sinners again with the guns. They're lacking a lot of though. Pacho, he will find the opening. Zetko with the instant 3 frag. Now a 4 versus 4. Neo, he needs to make his way out of there. And they have been so good in trading this map control. Every time there's action happening from the other side of the map, NaVi are pushing towards middle or towards B, but look at Neo, he gets the quick double, and now Zetko, he needs to just fall back and wait. They have the man advantage, they can play the retake. Topa and Gospodarov, do or die time for them. That's for 15. Oscar missing the shot. And Sinners, they don't have a defuse kit, they need to go fast for this one. Zetko doing tons of damage but not getting the kill. He will deploy the molly. Oscar with a nice shot there, but they don't have it. They need to go fast because Podarov in a 1 versus 1. He will find the kill. And NaVi, they will live another day. 9 rounds on the board, and again, eco for Sinners. NaVi, they've been so great at just trading this map control. I absolutely love it. At one point, they were looking shocked from the aggression of Sinners, but then they were like, okay, they're pushing ramp almost every round. They're going for the aggression plays, they're going for the information plays. Why do we need to even fight for ramp when we see that we're losing the fight? We can just give it up easily, go and trade it for middle, go and trade it for B, and that's exactly what they've been doing. I love that stuff from NaVi. They're just playing it smart right now. Again, buy round coming in from Sinners. Open the hands of Oscar. 10-40 in favor of the Czech squad. NaVi going for the ramp play. And Sinners, they decide to give it up, as they'll be setting up the bait for B-Stick. Surely they deploy a molly towards sandbags. There's the flash, Oscar. They will push him away, but B-Stick is still behind sandbags, and Oscar, he's being deadly with the AWP so far. There's the molly of sandbags. B-Stick staying in an off angle, manages to find the first and to even get away. No refract coming in from the T side, and that's a good start for Sinners. They might go for the re-aggression here. Now he's slowing things down. All 4 players towards round, but look at B-Stick, he's so aggressive here. Gets the first Monis, he will take down Oscar, but still, man advantage working for B-Stick. He's gonna play, they don't know that Neo is here, and he's gonna strike now. Neo, will he find a second? No, he won't, but look at that chop. He's already rotated. Both players so heavily tagged, and now Zetko in the 1 versus 2. He has only a flash to work with. No defuse kit, no smoke, no molly. Taps the bomb. Oh, he has a defuse kit. Now they know that he's not sticking it. And he will try and stick it. There's the peek, gets the kill. Taps the bomb one more time. He has a defuse kit. There's the peek. Will he find the kill? The answer is no. Capacho winning the 1v1 once again. So many clutch rounds going the way of NaVi Jr. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. NaVi, they need only 3 more to make the comeback and equalize the result. And Sinners, they're gonna go for the tactical timeout. They need it. And I don't think that the problem with Sinners is that they have a wrong approach to the rounds. They're just losing these clutch scenarios. They're losing in the last 15 seconds of the round. They need only 3 more to even things out. 14. This is the go for NaVi, and of course the follow-up too. But I think if NaVi managed to get themselves up to 14, Sinners will just be smacked. I don't think that they would still believe in themselves. Of course, when you have a player like Oscar on your team, that gives you that extra boost because he's experienced. This is the only player in the server that I'm 100% positive will never give up. It doesn't matter. Like, this guy has played so much CS on the highest level. He knows when not to tilt. He knows when not to give up. And it's really hard to get in his head. And to have a player as experienced as Oscar in your team could help in these scenarios, because if this was any other team, if this was just a young team on the other side on the plays of Sinners, I would just say that at this point they don't believe that they can sit down. Look at what they're doing. Zetko with the opening onto Monesi. This is only a half buy, but it's already looking dangerous. And they have the information. There's the rotation, of course. That A side. NaVi, all 4 players. Their bomb will go down, and now the retake is on. 5 versus 4. Nice shot from Neo to start things off. Now 2-man advantage. Neo goes for the spam, knows that there's still a player on the side. Beastic will fall to bit. There's the kill from Topa as well. Backstab coming in. Capacho, he's ready. All kills going in favor of NaVi, and that's gonna be the round from 5 versus 3 to 0 versus 3. And NaVi 12 rounds on the board. Again, a buy round coming in from Sinners, but they had to make something out of this last one. They didn't have any grenades though. They didn't have a defuse kit. And they're going for the double op. That's the change from Sinners. They know that they shouldn't be allowing NaVi to get to the side. They shouldn't be allowing them to have the chance to clutch the round. They want to shut them down. They're gonna go for the double op. There's the boost here from Bit to try and catch some off guard, but Sinners, they're not giving them any chances to do that. And look at the angle. Look at that angle on the sandbags. Oscar will catch up with Spadaro. Now Neo, he needs to play. He gets the kill. Oscar is still alive, and now a 5 versus 3. This is Sinners round to lose here. Only Sinners round to lose. 5 versus 3. They still have some bits, a few till left. They have the double op. They need to take this one. If Sinners lose this one, NaVi will be back into the game. There's the smokes, there's the Sinners. They can just fall back now. Just fall back. Let them plant the bomb and play the retake. retake. But look at Oscar playing completely small. Will he get the shot? Waiting to try and spot. Just a glance. Oh, he had the lineup there. He doesn't fire the shot though. Beastic will find the first Modesty with the refrag. There's the kill though from Zeko. And now Topa in a 1 versus 3. They know where he is. He's pinched. And that's gonna be 15 rounds for Sinners. Finally, they break the curse. They break the winning streak of NaVi Jr. 15-12. One more round. Now they will have 3 map and match points. What a game it has been so far, ladies and gentlemen. What a game it has been so far. Both NaVi Jr. and Sinners have been showing us just amazing things in the server. And now for NaVi, this is just do or die time. They can't afford to make mistakes at this point. And Sinners, look at that. Yo, he's so aggressive. He's just standing on the other side of the smoke, and he will even continue pushing here. As NaVi are gathering up towards that B side. They had relative success towards, so it's not for them to go there. But look at that Zeko. He will get the first. He will get the follow-up. He will get the triple. And Zeko single-handedly ending things here on Vertigo as he'll get his 4th one. And ladies and gentlemen, I think it's safe to say at this point, unless Modesty puts out a play that is out of this world, that everything is over. Sinners managed to close things out here on Vertigo 2-0, 16-12, as they had some problems with the final part of the game. In the end, they managed to close things out. That was such an intense best of 3 and such a good effort from the side of NaVi Jr., who nearly made the comeback. Of course, Bit having a pretty decent game. He's actually the top fragger in the server with 26 and 21. On the other side, Beastic, Neo all having a really strong game as well, 25 and 24 respectively for them. Ladies and gentlemen, what an insane second map we witnessed. But in the end, Sinners managed to make it work. Of course, on Inferno, it was pretty much one-sided, but on Vertigo, in the end, we really saw why NaVi picked it. Although, I think if you're NaVi, you should have a lot of questions for yourselves, because what allowed them to get back into it was just clutch rounds going all in their way. And if it's your map pick, yes, clutch rounds work, but you can't be depending only on them. And we saw in the moment that NaVi stopped winning clutch rounds, Sinners just didn't have a problem closing them up. But this was really good effort from both teams. A really entertaining best of 3 to watch. And of course, I want to thank you everybody for being with me here today, because that was the most interesting best of 3 so far, and I think that was the highest level of CS so far that we've watched in the Shadow League. Of course, this is the end only of round 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do a quick recap while we are at it. 1-0 teams, where Sinners go now. The bracket of the 1-0 teams is Linkby Vikings, Nexus, Vex, Invictus, Sangao, Gamer Legion, and Project X. Of course, Sinners going there as well. On the bottom side of the table, we have NaVi Jr., Hellraisers, Young Ninjas, Unique, VP.Prodigy, Budapest 5, and of course, Case and Code. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been your caster, Ted. What an amazing game that has been, really. Thank you all for being with me. I hope you enjoyed the cast. I hope you enjoyed the game. And I will see you again with the next games of the Shadow League.